Hello scholars, welcome back to my YouTube channel English Odyssey. My name is Mahi and today we are going to discuss BEGS 183 Writing and Study Skills Solved Assignment. And before we begin, I just want to tell you one important thing. You do not need to buy this assignment from anywhere. You can prepare your assignment with the help of this video and write it in your own handwriting. Also, if someone tells you that they can guarantee 100% marks if you buy their assignment, please remember that no one can actually guarantee that. Your marks depend on several factors, including the quality of your answers and handwriting, presentation, and how well you follow the assignment guidelines. So there is no need to spend money buying an assignment. Just understand the answer, write them in your own handwriting and present your assignment properly. So without wasting any time, let's get started with section A. In section A, there are 5 questions and each question carries 5 marks. I have kept the word limit at around 100 words for each question. So let's start with question 1. What are homophones? Give examples. Give 5 examples. Okay. Homophones are basically words that sound the same but have different spellings and meanings. For example, write and write sound the same but their meanings and spellings are different. In this answer, I have explained the meaning of homophones and given 5 easy examples. Now let's move on to question number 2. Briefly describe the structure of a formal letter. In this answer, I have briefly explained the main parts of a formal letter, such as the sender's address, date, receiver's address, subject, salutation, body, complimentary clause, and signature. I have also briefly explained the purpose of each part and how these elements make a formal letter clear, organized, and professional. Now let's move on to question number 3. What aspects should be kept in mind while writing the introductory paragraph of a composition? In this answer, I have explained the important aspect of writing an effective introductory paragraph, such as introducing the topic clearly, providing relevant background information, creating interest, starting the main idea, keeping the introduction focused and concise, and using clear and grammatically correct language. These points help create a strong beginning and give the reader a clear idea of what the composition is about. Now let's move on to question 4. Briefly explain the elements that can build an effective persuasive paragraph. In this answer, I have explained the main elements that make a persuasive paragraph effective, such as having a clear main idea, providing strong supporting arguments, using relevant evidence and examples, organizing the idea logically, appealing to the reader, and using appropriate language. I have also explained the importance of ending the paragraph with a strong concluding statement. So these are the key points you need to keep in mind while writing a persuasive paragraph. Now let's on to our last question of section A. Question 5. How are reduction devices useful in note taking? In this answer, I have explained what reduction devices are and how they make note taking easier and more efficient. We have discussed how abbreviation, symbols, shortened words, and omission of unnecessary words can help us to save time and space, focus on important information, and make our notes concise and easier to revise. So these are the main points covered in this answer. Now we are going to start section B. Section B has 4 questions and we will go through all the question one by one. So let's start with question 1. Describe any one of the hard sports in English grammar that learners of English as a second language face. In this answer, I have discussed articles a, an, and the as one of the common difficulties faced by English language learners. I have explained how learners often find it difficult to understand when and where to use these articles, along with simple example to make the concept clear. So this answer focuses on the use of articles as a common hard spot in English grammar. Now let's move on to question 2. What aspect should be considered to observe etiquette in an email message? In this answer, I have explained the important aspect of email etiquette, such as using a clear subject line, an appropriate greeting, polite and conscious language, correct grammar and spelling, and a proper closing. I have also mentioned the importance of checking the recipient's address and attachments before sending the emails, as well as respecting the receiver's privacy and responding appropriately. Now let's move on to question 3. What are the strategies that you can adopt to be a critical reader? In this answer, I have explained some important strategies for becoming a critical reader, such as identifying the writer's main argument and purpose, examining the evidence provided, recognizing assumptions and bias, comparing information with other reliable sources, and asking questions while reading. I have also explained how taking notes and summarizing the main ideas can help us understand and evaluate a text more effectively. Now let's move on to the last question of section B, question 4. Describe briefly the three major types of study skills and explain how they help us to become better learners. Okay, in this answer, I have explained three major types of study skills: reading skills, note taking skills, and time management skills. I have briefly explained each type and how these skills help us understand information better, organize important points, manage our study time effectively, and improve our overall learning. Together, these skills help us become a more organized, efficient, and successful learners. Now let's move on to section C, which has only two questions. For these questions, we have to follow the given word limit carefully. So let's start with question 1. The impact of artificial intelligence on contemporary society. For this question, I have written a paragraph about 150 words. I have discussed how artificial intelligence is influenced different areas or contemporary society such as education, healthcare, business, and everyday life. I have also discussed some of its challenges including job displacement, privacy concerns, misinformation, and overdependence on technology. Finally, the paragraph highlights the importance of using AI responsibly and ethically. If you have any problem related to your assignment, your course, or your study center, you can always let me know in the comments. And if you want a lecture on any other assignment, you can mention the assignment name or course code in the comments, and I'll try my best to provide it for you. If you are facing any other problem related to your studies, just let me know. I'll do my best to help you. Okay, now let's move on to the last question of section C. In this question, we have to write a well-development composition on the challenges faced by the higher education sector in India today. The composition is properly structured with a clear introduction, body, and conclusion. I have discussed some of the major challenges such as accessibility and affordability, quality of education, lack of practical skills, and employment opportunities, research and innovation, infrastructure, and the need for better technology and resources. Finally, the composition suggests some measures that can help improve the higher education system in India. And with this, we have completed the entire assignment. I hope this lecture was helpful for you. If you found it useful, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to English Odyssey for more assignment solution and study related content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep improving your English. Until then, take care. Bye bye.